This past winter semester, I took political science here at Salisbury. If none of you have ever taken political science over the winter semester here at Salisbury, I do not recommend it at all. It was the most depressing experience of my life. Basically, how the class worked was every day my teacher systematically broke down key aspects of my life. You know, teachers' unions, healthcare, Wall Street, all told why they were corrupt. The final exam was just her telling me I'm adopted. And you know, this semester I'm taking my first 8 a.m. ever, and it's rough. You know you're waking up too early when you're wearing your socks in the shower. And you know you haven't done laundry in a very long time when you keep wearing those socks. And you know, this is my second semester here at Salisbury. I'm a transfer from Parkland Community College. And community college, we didn't take SATs. But my first semester, I have a new roommate, Wesley. But in order to get a new roommate, you kind of have to scare the first one off. And for me, you know, just a couple weeks into my first semester here, my roommate decided to move out. And it was devastating, you know, I didn't know what I did wrong. I analyzed it in my head over and over and over, and I just came to the realization it was just the little differences between us that drove us apart. I liked ice cream, he liked isolation, you know? I said tomato, he said shut up. I hate country music, he hates me. You know, just the little things. You know, I was sitting down with my buddy Nate last semester, and like after my third bowl of ice cream, he's like, Jake, your body's a temple, like take care of it. And he's right, my body is a temple, and currently it's going under expansion. My two-way said to heart, and you know, I've been trying to keep control of my body lately. I cut out ice cream and pizza and fried foods and basically all things that make me happy. And but last night to celebrate my birthday, I cheated and I got a little bit of pizza, like 9 slices. But you know, like waking up this morning, I was filled with regret. Like part of me was just like, why would you do this? You know, you're damaging all this progress you've made. The rest of me loved the pizza. It was delicious. But I do have some good news for you guys tonight. This past week, I did go jogging. The bad news is I was jogging to Chipotle. Good news, everybody, I did go jogging this week. Bad news, I was running late to my grandmother's funeral. Wow. Good news, everybody, I just made 2 jokes in a row about jogging. Bad news, I never went jogging. The last time I went jogging was when it was required to run a mile for like 8th grade, and I got 24 minutes. You know, so this couple weekends ago, I went on this little adventure out of town, and I ended up staying at my friend Wendy's house. And the next morning, I had to use her shower. And, you know, showers are like snowflakes. No two are alike. And everybody likes to think that their shower is the regular one, but I've never gone into somebody else's shower and been like, I know exactly what to do right now. You know, it's like they have to give you like a book of instructions. It's like the left and the right nozzles are both cold, but if you get them 3 degrees from center, it's nice and warm. And as long as you keep tapping your foot, the pressure will stay constant. And it's like, how do you do this every morning? And it's like, well, what's yours like? Oh, you just twist the knob and it's hot. How does that work? You know, so transitions can be awkward sometimes, and I'll just give you a quick example of that. Anyway, Shirley Temple recently passed away, and I was trying to make small talk in one of my classes recently, and I was just like, hey, did you hear Shirley Temple died? And the girl gasped. She was shocked. Really? Shirley Temple was 86 years old. The only thing shocking about her death is finding out she wasn't dead like 30 years ago. You know, if I told you that I threw away my expired milk, you'd be like, really? Speaking of other things, you know, this event was sponsored by 121, which is a Christian group, which is awesome. I'm a part of it. It's a lot of fun. But I was thinking about, like, had I been Jesus and I was planning out the Last Supper, I think I would have been a little more creative with my menu items. Like, here are my ribs, honey barbecue them in remembrance of me. That way I can go to Chili's on Sundays instead of church. Something I've never done before is a little crowd work, like interact with the people. I promise not to be too harsh, though. Excuse me, sir. What's your name, by the way?
John.
John. John, you write with your left hand or your right hand?
My right.
That's funny. I write with a pencil. I'm just joshing you, John. Excuse me, sir. Where did you go to school growing up?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Did the buses tend to run on time when you went to school?
I didn't take the bus.
Excuse me, sir. Where did you go to school growing up?
Patterson Mill.
Oh, that's awesome. Did the buses run on time there?
Sometimes.
That's funny. My bus ran on gasoline. I'm just messing with you. Don't take it to heart. Nothing expresses the subjective nature of time quite like waiting for that last minute of the laundry machines here. Like, I swear, their definition of minute and my definition of the rest of my day are pretty close to equal. I read this Harvard article recently. By that I mean I skimmed the title. And apparently the average adult in America knows over 40,000 words. Yet I have nothing to say about that. Going to Party City isn't as fun as it sounds. Not to try and put the place down, but like if I go to Waffle Palace and there aren't any waffles going on in there, I'd be pretty disappointed. Like if I go into Party City, there should be like music bumping and like they're like party over here or party over there. It's Party City. I'm the mayor, Mayor McParty. No, it's like we got crafts. You gotta pay first, but you can't do them in the store, but you can sit on the sidewalk. My roommate and I, we're not big fans of taking out the trash, but thankfully, my aversion for taking out the trash has inadvertently made me very good at Tetris. I like that joke a lot. So next time, let it sit in your head a little bit. I might come back to it later, try and figure out, and then we'll continue. If I had a nickel for every time somebody said if I had a nickel, I would visit a Coinstar because nickels are really inconvenient forms of currency. People are always like, if I had a nickel for every time, would you even want that nickel? If I had a nickel for every time somebody said hello, it's like you would just throw it on the ground. Like, let's be honest. You would not gather up those nickels and do anything with them. Even if you kept them, you're not going to show up and be like, I got a sack of nickels, movie time. So my roommate and I, we're not big fans of taking out the trash. But, it's like a skill building activity. Like my aversion for taking out the trash has inadvertently made me very good at Tetris. So I've been suffering from this weird form of writer's block lately, where I write a lot of starts to jokes, but then I don't write the punchline. Thank you, good night.